So here I was, cold, alone and scared, freezing to death, stranded on Microtech's unforgiving Arctic surface. Would I make out of this alive, or just become another tribute of failure bound in time by snow and ice? How could everything have gone so terribly wrong? Was this the end? First, let's find out how I ended up here. As I gazed out of the window at the glorious city of New Babbage, the day had finally arrived where I'd obtain my certificate in bounty hunting, and I'd dressed in my best just for the occasion. With a good ship at my side and all the money spent to make her combat ready, now was the time. There was no turning back. This was the path I'd wanted to take from the very start, and I'd finally get to walk that path. So I looked over New Babbage, where it all began, and I got ready to say goodbye, and it felt like she wished me luck in my endeavours. Let's get you fired up and ready for some action. All buckled in and ready to go, we opened up our mobiGlas and headed over to the bounty hunter contracts to look for a training permit. Here it was. They needed us to apprehend a very low risk target to prove our worth. His name was Bruce Kaplan, and he was in our system. Let's go hunt him down.
You are clear to launch.
Not even out of the planet's atmosphere, we already tracked his last known position on the satellite feed. We pinned his location into the star map and got ready to jump. Arriving at Bruce's last known location, we got a ping on him and he wasn't too far away. This was going to be a fight near the surface of the moon, so I had to be careful not to actually fly into the moon. He also had backup, so it was a 2v1 situation. Just like that, our first bounty was destroyed. We just had to clean up his escort. Both down, and it felt absolutely amazing. I wouldn't hang around for too long. Let's see what other bounties we can do now we've got a permit. A lot more stuff has opened up and been sent to us, but it seemed like most of it was around Crusader, and we didn't want to travel that far. We wanted to keep it close to home, so we found one what was at a data center and it was time to head back to Microtech to see if we could clean these guys up.
Auto travel initiated. Quantum travel complete. Quantum travel complete.
Arriving at the target's last known location, it was clear that he wasn't in a spaceship, and this wasn't going to be a spaceship battle. It looked like it was going to be in a bunker. I thought all the bounties were just people flying ships, criminals needing a smack. But no, we'd actually be going to get someone on foot. So I decided to set her down and go have a bit of a ganders as to what was going on in this bunker, why it had been taken over by criminals. I mean, I'd done a few bunkers in my in my time, but like there was usually other guards here, like protecting the bunker or defending the bunker or whatever, assaulting the bunker. This was different. It didn't look like there was any guards here, just this guy. Why was he here? What was that noise? I decided to ride the lift immediately back up to investigate what that loud noise was outside. And wouldn't you believe it, for some reason my ship had exploded. I had no idea what caused this. Was it the unmanned turrets finally powering up and shooting, or was it space pirates shooting me from afar? There was only one thing I could do: carry on with the mission and neutralise my target. I'd spotted our man wandering around down here, but I'd also spotted a couple of others as well. He wasn't alone. It looked like there was some sort of criminal activities going on down here. Maybe they was making some sort of counterfeit M&Ms, I'm not sure. They were doing something, it was weird. But I was here, and I could deal with this. It turned out my box hiding skills were not as good as they were back in the Metal Gear Solid days. Now everyone's alerted, and I've got to somehow punch them to death. This could go terribly wrong. I heard one of them reposition behind me, shuffling around trying to flank me. This was my time. Nice, we'd got him down, and he had a gun. He also had some armour, and as I was only in my undersuit because I didn't plan on getting out of my ship, I think it was best we geared up. With what I thought was all his men sorted, it was time to push him and put an end to his knockoff Smarties factory. Sorted. The target was down, and we were getting paid for our second job. But we had a problem. We didn't have a ship. So at this point I thought, let's just gear up, let's find everything we can, because we've somehow gotta get off this planet, and I have no idea how. I tried to send out a beacon to other people in the area, but it seemed like because they were up to some dodgy stuff down here, they'd obviously jammed everything, and I don't know, nothing was going through. All we had left was to start walking. I had been running for ages and I hadn't got anywhere at all. Just out of breath, nearly out of water and getting hungry. I checked the star map because it was still functional and it didn't look like there was any landmarks near me where I could take shelter. I was trying to think how I could get out of this. Was there even a way? Or was this it? Knowing that I can just never give up, I had to keep pushing forward. I had to look for higher ground and keep moving in the same direction. Maybe that way I'd see something in the distance. Hope. I wasn't sure. Just anything. We had finally found a hill and we started to climb to the very top. All we needed to see on the other side of this hill was a settlement, another bunker, a mining place, anything. Just somewhere I could just survive for longer than surviving out here. And it was nearly night time. We couldn't stay out here throughout the whole night. We would surely freeze to death. And there was nothing for miles. I decided to sacrifice most of the remaining power left in the movement modules of my trousers. I used it on a Discord beacon and sat and watched the sun set on this beautiful Microtech day. That was it, I guessed. The sun was setting and the snow was starting to fall. I'd had no word from my Discord beacon. I couldn't create a normal beacon. I was alone. I decided to make myself comfortable and at least enjoy the view on my final night. And that brings us to where this video started. As I'm freezing to death, reserving all energy I've got, waiting for night to finally fall to try and make some sort of signal. My cry for help had finally been heard. I could see that. Your lights are so bright. Oh,
I see you. There you are.
yeah. Look how knackered I am. I'll come round to the doors back.
Come around, I'll let you in. Gotta get you in out of that cold. There he is. Oh,
Jack.
you look terrible.
Oh, I can't see. I can't see.
Yeah, what are you doing out here, man?
Jack, where are you?
Right here. Come on.
I'll close the door.
Get it
Oh,
out.
Jack.
Let's get out of here.
I'm gonna sit down.
Yeah. You can
Oh,
lay down on my bed if you need to.
I'll just have a sit. This is
Get some
fine.
rest.
Oh, my days are cold. My good friend No Play Jack had come to our aid. We were defrosting and on our way home. He was quite new to the verse himself, so I taught him the way of the double dog before we headed off to hospital. doctor, please. You're just standing there drinking. He was literally looking at my camera, standing there drinking as I've gone into a different shit. And now you're littering. What?
What?
You threw your can on the floor and looked at me really wound up. After getting all healed up, I showed him around the station and he decided to get a few souvenirs because he hadn't been to this one yet. So he was quite happy. Everyone was a winner. We said our farewells and parted ways because it was time for me to go back out there and finish what I started. I had a new job, and there's still so much to learn.